Hey, what's going on, everybody? Welcome to Comic Book Fanatics. So today I got for you guys a Comic-Con haul. I went to a local hall this weekend. I went to a local convention this weekend called the Heart of Texas Comic-Con. I got a little flyer right there so you guys can see. And it's not a very big one. It's sort of a small one, but nevertheless, I noticed that this year it was a lot bigger than it was last year and a lot more people. So I think it's got a lot of potential, and it's definitely going to be starting to grow a lot bigger as they do a little bit more of these and probably promote it just a little bit more. But I also saw Comic DJ down there as well, so shout out to Comic DJ. I actually got to meet his wife, Mrs. DJ, and their soon-to-be baby DJ. So shout out to them. It was good to see him, and he actually did a video as well of his experience at the HotCon. They call it HotCon because it's HOT, Heart of Texas Con. So kind of neat. Anyways, I just thought I'd throw that one in there. Anyways, he did a video of his experience down there. So if you haven't seen that yet, check that out. He does really good editing, really good videos. A lot better than I can do, that's for sure. But, go down there, give him some love, and check out his videos. It's really interesting. Great clips he's got on there. So I'd gone there Friday, which was the opening day, and yesterday, Saturday. And I like to go on opening days, mainly because you can find some of the books that people haven't snatched up yet. Not necessarily always great deals. I think the last days probably where you'll get the great deals from the vendors because they're trying to sell the books off. But this one booth that I went to, man, I found some good deals. But before I get into my books, I want to give a special shout out to Sam De La Rosa. He's an artist, worked with Marvel on Venom and also on some Spider-Man. And I want to give another special shout out to Crystal Star, really sweet cosplayer. See her at the conventions all the time. She's always very nice, and had an opportunity to sit down and talk to her for a little bit and just kind of BS. Also want to give a shout out to Rosanna Roca, another cosplayer. If you see that in my video that I did, you'll notice that she gave Comic Book Fanatics a shout out as well. So thank you so much. And also, last but not least on that, the beautiful ladies of Bankston Cards and Comics, and they were just absolutely sweet. So I got to go talk to them as well as a gentleman that was running the booth for that. And so just some really great people. So, and they have a store down there in Waco, Texas. And I tell you what, Texas has a lot of conventions. I always say the things that the Texans love the most is they love their military, they love the law enforcement, they love their guns, and they love their Comic-Cons. So that's just a little add-on to that right there. Okay. So I'll go ahead and get on with this, and just gotta show you what the haul I got. And so first of all, Big E's, check this out, brother. I actually went that first day, and the first booth that I went to, the guy had like a 50% off all marked books, man. Okay, so the very first book, and you know this one, you got this one too, brother, and you actually kind of turned me on to that. This is Batman Beyond #1. Okay. Now, this alone is still starting to steadily rise up in price, which is, I expected, because there's a lot of speculation within that. And actually was asking if he had some Batman Beyond. The vendor, he's like, yeah, I got this stack right here, and it's 50% off the marked price, which lowered down to $40. So I was like, hell yeah, but in the stack, it actually came with the whole series. So number 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. So all 6 of those books for $40. So I was very, very happy about that. Now I would have just been happy paying $40 for just the number 1, but since he was going to throw that in, I'm fine with that. But just when you thought that was over with, I was looking at another booth, and I was digging through the long boxes, and lo and behold, I run into another one. Sure enough, and cover price on that was only $20. And I was like, holy crap, man. So, with that being said, with only $20, man, I was like, man, I'm going to snatch that bad boy up as well. So I ended up getting this just, as an extra #1 for myself. And wow, very, very happy I ran into that. So Big East, I want to say shout out to you and thanks for turning me on to that. And I think that was a great call as far as that book starting to raise up in prices, man. And you can still get it for an affordable price right now. On eBay, they're starting to mark them up really, really slowly but surely. But I think you can still get them for a decent price. So go out there and look for that if that's one of those books that you may be wanting, or even as a speculation book. So, all right, check that out. All right, so I went to another booth, and gentleman had a whole bunch of wall books, of course. And for some of the prices that he was asking for some of these books in really good condition as well, I ended up picking it up. So the first one right here is Marvel Team Up number 95. This is the first introduction of the Mockingbird. And of course, with Mockingbird having her own TV show coming up, a spin-off of the Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D., to find this on a back wall already, and for it to be the price that it is, I couldn't pass it up, to be honest with you. I mean, this is of course, I think, in my opinion, it's going to start rising steadily, depending on how well the TV show goes. I mean, Mockingbird's a great character. I think that, the actress, I forgot who her name was, does an amazing job capturing that character right there. So another good book that I found. And this one right here, I actually found this one in just looking through the long boxes. Fairly decent price. I think the value of the book is starting to go down a little bit. I mean, it's staying steady at the price that I got it for, but I don't know. It just kind of varies up and down. But this is What If number 10. Jane Foster had found the Hammer of Thor. And as you guys know, this was actually pushed out even before Jane Foster ended up becoming the next Thor, right? So that was in a long box. Saw that, snatched her up as well, and I'm happy. Okay, so the next book that I got, now this one right here, I actually have the complete series on this one. However, this was the only one I was missing. And this is Crisis on Infinite Earth number 8. And this is one of the harder ones to find right here. And I ended up seeing that on a wall. The vendor that I knew, I bought for him many times. I've seen it at the conventions a lot. So he gave me a really great deal on this book because I had bought in bulk from him. This right here is The Death of Barry Allen. And it's just one of those books that, depending on how The Flash goes, the TV show The Flash, if they're actually going to eventually kill Barry Allen off, but that's yet to see. But if they do something like that, I could see this book raising up a little bit more. All right, moving on. With another TV show that is very popular now, as you guys know, Daredevil on Netflix is just one of those shows. But with this upcoming upcoming second season that's coming up, you guys know Elektra's going to be on there. So I saw this as well. I didn't have this in my collection. This is Daredevil number 168. This is the first appearance of Elektra. So I thought it'd be a good book to have. Just another book that I figured I'd get now before all the hype comes up on it and before it gets out of my reach, because I hate buying books, to be just to be real with you guys. I hate buying books when they start getting into that hype and they start getting out of reach. And that's just like, for example, New Mutants 98. I mean, I missed the train on that one, to be honest with you, but there's no way I'm going to jump on board with that. The price is just too much for me. And for a modern book, I mean, and Deadpool is not a character that I need to really have in my collection. So I rather focus my money elsewhere with books that I figured would probably benefit me and more books that I love. You know what I mean? All right, moving on. So, and the next book that I got, same vendor that I got this from, really good guy. Like I said, his name, he's called Rick. His name is Rick, and he has an online. Well, no, yeah, I guess he has a booth. I don't think he really does a lot of stuff online, but his name is it's called Rick's Lair. And so I was digging through some of his long boxes, and I and I ran into Wonder Woman number 220, a bondage cover. Big E's, look at that right there, brother. So I just thought that'd be another one I should pick up, right? And of course, being that it's Wonder Woman, it's a bondage cover. Bondage, motherfucker. Okay, that's enough of that. And I also picked up, this is Batman number 200. Very cheap, what I got this bad boy for. And this is, of course, Batman 200 is the first Neil Adams in the Batman series. And of course, I've seen this, and this kind of goes up and down as well. If you look at the Market Watch, eBay, I seen it go up anywhere from $100, but then I've seen anywhere from $50 depending on the condition and everything. And this condition of this book is solid, absolutely solid. I mean, the corners are still sharp on this one. I mean, very little creasing or ticks, a few slight ticks, but nothing really bad. So I saw this book and the price of Sky, I was like, yeah, I'll take it, you know. All right, let's move on a little bit. I also found, and I did not have this one in my collection as well. Now this book kind of goes up and down. You can never know. You know, the hype goes up, the hype goes down. Well, the hype is down on this book, so of course, for the price that I paid for it, I was like, yeah, I can pay this price and not the hype price. And this is Miss Marvel number 1, Kamala Khan in her first series. And then to add on to that as well, I also found Captain Marvel number 14. Now this one right here is the cameo appearance of Kamala Khan, Captain Marvel. And also Captain Marvel number 17. This is the first full appearance of Kamala Khan, Captain Marvel. Alright, so I saw that. I thought it'd be some great books to have in my collection. Picked those up because, I mean, who doesn't like Captain Marvel, right? Also found this one. This is the Micronauts. This is number 1. And I, you know, there's some talk about Micronauts coming up in the near future as far as, I can't remember if it's TV show or movies, but I can't really recall, to be honest with you. I have to go back and read that article that I read. But anyways, Micronauts number 1, probably another good book to have to get now while it's still affordable and while it's still within reach. It's just one of those things, my personal opinion, that if you like the characters, if you like the Micronauts, then this is probably it's going to be up your guys' alley. All right. Next one I ended up picking up only for the simple fact that this was like an anniversary issue. This is number 50 of The Walking Dead. I don't know, would you call it an anniversary issue? I don't know. I was like number 50, number 100, 150, you know, things like that. So this is I only picked that up because of that, and this, I don't think anything really significant happens in this episode in this book. But for the most part, you know, it's got a picture of Carl on there. Now, this next book right here, which you guys should probably know, this is Walking Dead number 83, and this is the book that Carl gets his eye shot out. Okay. Now, it looks a lot more horrendous in the book than it does on the TV show, because if you look at the book, I mean, almost like half the side of his face is gone. And I'm like, wow. And of course, you know, on the TV show, you got where his eyes was shot. So, all right. So, anyways, that's that book right there. And you know, I didn't really pay a lot for both of those books, to be honest with you. I would figure number 83 would probably go a lot higher, being that, you know, Carl in the TV show ended up getting his eye shot out, and now, you know, and then this is the actual book where he gets his eye shot out. So, you know, the price I paid for it, I was really shocked. So I'm okay with that. All right, let me bring these down just a little bit because I want to show you a couple other things here. Now these ones right here have no significant, I would say, I'm not value, but they're not any hot books. They're not any major key issues. They're just for the simple fact that I either wanted to close some gaps up on this, or I just love the covers on them, you know? And sometimes, you know, I like collecting books because of the cover. Now, the first one I'm going to show you is Justice League number 12. This is a Jim Lee cover, and this is Superman kissing Wonder Woman. It's just such a gorgeous, gorgeous cover with the orange and the yellow, you know, with the sun in the back and everything. It's just, you know, and I saw this book and I'm just like, oh man, this is a gorgeous cover. I have to pick it up. So I ended up picking this one up. Jim Lee, of course, does some amazing work. Just another great artist. Not one of those, you know, with up there with guys like Tony Daniel, J. Scott Campbell. I mean, those big name comic guys, right? Okay, also these ones right here, just to close up some gaps. Not, these weren't expensive. These are like all half off too. Harley Quinn number 11, number 16, number 17. That's a beautiful cover. And these are Terry Dodson covers too, by the way. And Terry Dodson does some amazing work, especially in the first series of Harley Quinn, like you guys are seeing right here. All right, so, and I also picked up Harley Quinn number 20, and like I said, those were just to close some gaps that I had in my Harley Quinn collection of the first series. Now, this next lot right here, this is by an artist by the name of Creighton Crane, and this guy is just amazing artist. Got the opportunity to meet him one time at a convention. Really nice guy, good guy, and I'm always just so struck by the beautiful covers he does, you know. And he's not really as widely known, I guess, as some of these artists that I had been talking about. But man, in my personal opinion, this guy's up there. 2 thumbs up. So first one I got was Carnage number 1. This is of a limited series, up to 5 books. Look at that cover. I mean, you guys see what I mean? I mean, he just does some amazing work. And this is number 2. Bam! Look at that beauty. Number 3. Number 4. Let's let you guys kind of linger on that beautiful art for a little bit. Man, look at this one. Number 5. Wow. Just so beautiful, isn't it? I would say so myself. And also, and now this next set of books, I mean, there was an independent comic group that was there, and they had their own booth, and they was just kind of supporting, promoting their comic book, and it was a group called Guardian Knights Comic, and the name of this comic book is called Moonstreak, and some great art done on it as well. And so I'm kind of interested in reading the storyline, but nevertheless, I'll go ahead and show this to you guys now. This is Moonstruck number 1. And that's the variant cover, I'm sorry, to it. And this is the regular cover to it. Yeah, really nice. And then Moonstruck number 2. And number 3. So beautiful artwork, you know, and of course them being independent and they're just getting started. You know, I like to support people like that, you know, just because, you know, like how we do, guys, you know, we're, you know, in the YouTube community, getting to know people, getting started, things like that. You know, as much as you like to be supported by other people, you have to support other people as well, you know, tit for tat, I guess that's what they call it. And so the same guy that was sitting there, he was doing some of the artwork on artworks of this book. He was just kind of sitting down at the table and draw a few things. So I gave him one of my books, one of my sketches that I brought with me. I was like, hey, can you do me like a Batman and Harley Quinn? And he just kind of did like a really quick sketch of that for me, you know. So I thought it would be pretty cool. And as I said, you know, just in independent comic book creators and stuff. And I thought it would be really nice. So I got that done. And I'm gonna, last but not least, and if you guys have seen Facebook or Instagram, you've already seen that I've already posted this, but if you have not, I recommend you guys going down there and following us on Facebook, joining our Comic Book Fanatics group, and then of course follow me on Instagram at comic_fanatics. Yeah, that's right. Oh my god. Oh man, I sound like an idiot. Okay, anyways, as I mentioned, you've probably already seen this, but now here's the story on this, guys. So I saw this the first day I was there, and I was really on the fence line about this because I just wasn't sure. Okay, So when I got home that day, I actually did a little. I looked on eBay, kind of looked at the market watch on this, and I actually went on the off-air hangout that Sean does, and so I had talked to a few guys that were on the off-air hangout. I talked to Manny from Manuel Melendez, and I also talked to, who is it? I talked to Trevor from Rage Comics, and I also talked to Mike Seif as well. And so I was kind of asking them, I was trying to get their viewpoints and what they thought as far as what would be a fair price in paying that book. So I kind of gave them the whole specs and everything. And they gave me their feedback. They're honest, of course, and that's what I expect, their honest feedback on it. And they did, which was great. And it was very, very helpful for me because I just wasn't sure. So they kind of gave me their insight and what they thought I should pay for the book if I do decide to get it. And you know, and with that said, it helped me make my mind up as far as what I was going to pay for it, and if I was going to get it, if that guy was going to give me a good price. And you know what? Sure enough, I will tell you, it was under what I had discussed with Manny and Trevor and them and Mike about buying the book for. So I am very happy about it. And I actually looked at Market Watch, and the prices of this is just crazy on eBay, you know, and for what the guy was selling for, I was like, yeah, dude, you know, so I was hoping that it would still be there when I went back on Saturday, and luckily it was. And so anyways, without any delay on this one, guys, I want to show you, this is Green Lantern, the number 76. This is Green Lantern, Green Arrow, I'm sorry, 76. And this is a yellow seal by a CGC, a gold seal signed by the man himself, Neil Adams, who did the cover art on this. And it came out, and this is a 6.0. So, and this happens to be actually one of the books that is on my 2016 top 10 list. So I ended up picking this up. Put this right there. I ended up picking this up, and for the price, very, very happy. And like anything else, I think, you know, with my top 10 list, you know, it's, to me, I always say it's a marathon, it's not a race. So I'm going to take my time, I'm going to find the right deals, and I'm you know, not going to try to get everything all at one time, because honestly I just don't have the time to constantly look for great deals. But when I come upon one, there it is. So Green Lantern, Green Arrow, 6.0, signed by Neil Adams, verified by CGC. This book right here, very iconic book, very great book to have in your collection if you can afford it. And this was, for me, very affordable, so of course I ended up getting it. And I'm just very happy with it. That's it. I mean, I'm very thrilled it's in my collection, and that way I can move on to looking for some other books that are on my top 10 2016 list. Okay, so that is it. That is my Heart of Texas Comic-Con haul, and I hope you enjoyed this video, and I hope you enjoyed some of the books I had to share with you guys. If you guys like what you see, by all means, if you're new to Comic Book Fanatics, please subscribe, please like, please share. And if you don't see anything that you liked, I mean, stay tuned, and you might see something later on. Just hang out with us. And we have many different things we do on here, myself and Ray Jr., and we do appreciate all the subscribers. We do appreciate all the people that come in and watch our videos, who hang out with us on Comic Talk Sundays, and all that good stuff. All right, guys and gals, take care of yourselves, be safe out there, and I will talk to you soon.